Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to watch How Look a Game. I hope you've been enjoying our Ikoria Lair of Behemoths limited guide for beginners. Today is the last video, you guys. We're talking about Abzan Humans limited cheat sheet. We're going wide with humans and 1/1 Anthem, taking advantage of humans and non-human spells, plenty of removal for opposing baddies, but this is a big one. It might be the worst 3-color archetype within the meta. Oh, my apologies, you guys. We do have some good news, though. We're live on Twitch every single morning, 6 a.m. PST at twitch.tv/HelloGoodGame. And you can also find us every single day with a fresh upload at youtube.com/HelloGoodGame. I really recommend everybody join our Discord as well. We have over 600 members of all skill sets, really active, looking to help one another. It's probably one of the coolest Magic the Gathering Arena Discords around. So, with that all being said, this video is brought to you by aetherhub.com and MTG Assistant. Check out the link within the description below to download MTG Assistant, one of the best Magic the Gathering Arena trackers. We have another cheat sheet for you guys today. If somehow you're late to the show and you're just showing up, first of all, I want to say go back, start in part 1, and watch the rest of the series. I'm going to drop my webcam here. You'll see the bottom row is bombs, just like all of our other videos that we've done and cheat sheets. These are cards that if you pull, you might want to think about playing this archetype, right? Even though it is terrible, you can make it work with the right cards. So, we do have Chevelle, Bane of Monsters, and General Kudro of Draenith as our bombs. These are both mythic cards that are humans, so they fit well with the archetype. Moving on, we do have some high priority picks as well. You could actually, if you wanted, include Kolga, the big old monkey. I don't have it on the cheat sheet. I'm going to add it here after. I think Kolga would be a great fit for this deck too, as far as bombs go. I knew he fit in somewhere. I can't believe we forgot him. So the Kolga, the big old monkey, he goes in here. I want to call him King Kong, but we might get in trouble, right? Anyways, after our bombs, we really want to incorporate any forms of removal, right? Because we pay attention to our BREAD acronym. Bombs, removal, evasion, aggro, dirt. Bombs come first, then our removal, then our high priority picks, which in this case, they're marked by a orange planeswalker symbol. We do have the Wolf Bear, the General's Enforcer, and the Sanctuary Lockdown / Bastion of Remembrance. When cards are stacked, they're of the similar priority, and you probably want to pick the furthest one down to the bottom first, and then if that card's not available, you pick the one up from that. So if we look at Dire Tactics, obviously I take Dire Tactics first because it's an exile. That's great. And then if we can't get Dire Tactics, we take Heartless Act. And then if we can't get that, we take Divine Arrow, right? Because they have to be attacking or defending for us to get it with Divine Arrow. So if they're just one of the mana ramp creatures like General Horn or Hornbeck Mentor, for example, or General's Enforcer, they can just sit back and do things. So you're not going to be able to get them with Divine Arrow. So that's why it's ranked a little bit lower. We also have Fight as 1, which is going to give you Indestructible and +1/+1. So this is a nice Battle Tricks plus anti-removal. And then again, Sanctuary of Lockdown is great for our human archetype. If we can't get any of these cards though, we do move on to our low priority picks. And these are any things that create more humans or help ramp our humans up. So again, we have our Day Squad Marshal, Night Squad Marshal, our Hornback Mentor, our Duskfang Mentor, and our Keensight Mentor. So these cards are really good and they fit very well with the current archetype. And then if we can't get any of those, we're going to fill our deck with the lowest priority. We're going to talk about these cards in a second. And if we can't get any of these cards, again, we fill with dirt. Hopefully it's on color. If it's off color, whatever, we just probably put it into our sideboard right away so we're not using it. So that's how the cheat sheet works, you guys. I know you're familiar with it by now. If this is your first video that you found, be sure to set yourself afoot in part 1 of the series and journey through all 11 parts. Thanks for watching. I'm Hello Good Game. Now let's break down some of these cards. We have it sorted by commons, uncommons, and then our bombs. So we're going to look at our white uncommons first. We have Garrison Cat. This is like a very low priority card. It's a 1/1 that when it dies, it creates a 1/1 human. So it's a beast, which is nice for our Wolf Bear beast human combo, even though he doesn't need beasts, he just needs other humans. But it is it's pretty cool because fight is 1, needs a beast as well. So we want to incorporate both humans and beasts within the deck, and this does both, right? So it's a beast when it comes out, and then when it dies, it comes back as a human for 1. So it's pretty good value, right? So it is something that you'd want to fill your deck with. A little bit higher of a priority, Day Squad Marshal for 4. It's a 3/3, and when it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 soldier token. So this is really good because it makes the token right away. It doesn't have to die to make the token. Pataiga Tiger for 5. This is a 3/4 with flying. A cat, so a non-human. Whenever it enters the battlefield, target human you control gets +2/+2 until end of turn. So we're seeing how the humans and the beasts are working together. Night Squad Commando for 3. This is the opposite of Day Squad Commando. They work very good in conjunction together. It's a 2/3 human soldier. When Night Squad Commando enters the battlefield, if you attacked this turn, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. So it's a little bit cheaper, but the I guess the pullback is that you have to have had attacked this turn. We have fight as 1. This is our first white uncommon, you guys, an instant spell. So a nice battle trick here. Choose one or both. Target human creature you control gets +1/+1, gains indestructible till end of turn. And or target non-human you control gets +1/+1 and gains indestructible until end of turn. Keen Sight Mentor for 3. This is a 1/4. All of the mentors are very good in limited. When Keen Sight Mentor enters the battlefield, put a vigilance counter on target non-human creature you control. We can also pay 2, tap it to put a 1/1 counter on each creature we control with vigilance. So that's actually pretty neat, right? We don't have a lot of vigilance, but it's nice that it's there. Sanctuary Lockdown, the most important white uncommon pick we could get. It's an Anthem spell for 3. Humans you control get +1/+1. We're paying 2. Tap 2 untapped humans you control to tap target creature an opponent controls. Quite interesting there. Moving on to our black uncommons, we do have another mentor, Duskfang Mentor this time for 3. It's a 1/3 human cleric. When Duskfang Mentor enters the battlefield, put a lifelink counter on target non-human creature you control. This is exceedingly powerful, right? I love putting some life gains on some flyers, right? So we can also pay 2, tap it, put a 1/1 counter on each creature we control with lifelink. And again, this isn't too prevalent within this deck archetype because they don't really fit well together. Bastion of Remembrance, another very nice high priority black uncommon pick. When Bastion of Remembrance enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So that's actually really quite interesting. Ornbash Mentor for 3. It's a 3/3 human warrior. When he enters the battlefield, put a trample counter on a non-human creature you control. Probably not so great. And then we can pay 3, tap it, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control with trample. Again, probably not so great. But a 3/3 human that's going to go to 4/4 with our Anthem effect isn't bad, right? Exuberant Wolf Bear for 4. It's a 4/4, so a nice body. Whenever Exuberant Wolf Bear attacks, you may change the base power and toughness of target human you control to Exuberant Wolf Bear's power and toughness till end of turn. So you're making a 1/1 token into a 4/4. That's pretty cool, right? That's nice value. A very high priority green uncommon. Moving on to our gold or multicolor uncommons. General's Enforcer, one of my favorite cards of the set. Legendary humans you control have indestructible. Just ignore it, doesn't matter. We get to pay 4, exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a creature card, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Ugh. So we get to mana sink and make humans. That's great. We have a little bit of mana fixing / ramping. We can tap it to add Golgari mana. We can also tap it to put the top 2 cards of your library into the graveyard. Not really important with this deck. We don't want to mill ourselves at all. Dire Tactics for 2, our favorite removal, an instant spell. Exile target creature. If you don't control a human, you lose life equal to that creature's toughness. And our whole deck is human, so that won't be a problem. And then, of course, Chevelle, Bane of Monsters, is our bomb of the set. For 2, legendary creature, Human Rogue, Death Touch. At the beginning of your upkeep, if your opponents control no permanents with bounty counters on them, put a bounty counter on target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. And whenever a permanent an opponent controls with a bounty counter on it dies, you gain 3 life and draw a card. We also have General Kudro of Draenith. Other humans you control get +1/+1, another Anthem, and whenever General Kudro of Draenith or another human enters the battlefield under your control, exile target card from an opponent's graveyard. We can pay 2, sacrifice 2 humans, destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. We also have Kogla, the Titan Ape. This is a 7/6 for 6. When Kogla, the Titan Ape, enters the battlefield, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Whenever Kogla attacks, destroy target artifact or enchantment defending player controls. We can also pay 2, Return target human you control to its owner's hand. Kogla gains indestructible until end of turn. This is a really cool thing to do because we can return our Night Squad or our Day Squad commandos to our hand to make new creature tokens, right? Because they make the human tokens when they come into play. We can also protect some of our other more important human cards like General's Enforcer if they have a removal spell on it, right? We can just pop it right back to our hand. So that is the deck, you guys. That is how everything should work together. It's not the best archetype as we've seen in our cheat sheet when we review things. But if you do pull a Kogla and you pull a Chevelle, go for it, right? If you pull a Chevelle and you pull a Kudro, I would go for it again as well. Again, if you just have a fairly good Orzhov human deck and you're looking to put a little spice in it, maybe this works for you. But again, I think it would be maybe more consistent just to run Orzhov as the 2 colors, if possible, right? Again, remember your acronym BREAD. Bombs, removal, evasion, aggro, dirt when you're doing your picks. Pay attention to your cheat sheet so you're looking and familiar with the appropriate cards and where they lie in your priority of picks. Remember how to play the deck because general strategy does come into play when you're doing it. It's about going wide and smashing in. It's not a long con, right? You really want to get it over with as quick as you can because you're not going to be able to handle some of the big creatures in this game. So with that all being said, you guys, thanks for watching. I'm Hello Good Game. I'm live on twitch.tv/HelloGoodGame every single day, 6 a.m. PST. And then you can also check us out on youtube.com/HelloGoodGame for daily uploads. Get your daily magic fix in. And most importantly, join our Discord if you're interested in joining a community of like-minded players. Thanks for watching. I'm Hello Good Game again, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. If you liked today's video, be sure to check out some of our other content. We built playlists for our guides for beginners, and then we also have our greatest hits, which is a collection of our most popular videos. You can also subscribe if you're interested in winning up to 500,000 gems. So do that, tap that like button, send this out to a friend who you think might be interested in it as well, and have a great day.